Hello everybody, so I just watched Fairly Odd Parents, Fairly Odder, and it was freaking awful. It was so bad. Full disclosure, this review is fully unscripted because I just wanted to get my thoughts out on this show, and so, welcome to my Season 3 finale. We started on Fairly Odd Parents, and we're going to end on Fairly Odd Parents. But let's move on a little bit past the fact. We're going to treat this as though it's not a spin-off of any kind because, well, that's just how we're going to treat it because I don't want to put the effort to get every contradiction with the show. For all intents and purposes, Fairly Odder is its own separate universe, and even without that, it still sucks. Now, I haven't seen I couldn't get through the full thing. That's how bad this was. But I've seen clips and I've looked up and I'm fairly certain it does not get better. Now, if it does, you can tell me I'm wrong. You can prove to me I'm wrong, and I will watch it and get back to you on it. But let's just talk about what I saw. So first of all, we're gonna talk about one issue that's plagued every Nickelodeon sitcom for the longest time. The frickin' laugh track.
College Princeton!
I see instant! I don't know how to spell Princeton! Woo!
Well, you can learn what—
By Lord, the frickin' laugh track in this show is so irritating. After every freaking statement that gets made, someone has to laugh. Oh, it's so funny. They said a line, half of them aren't even jokes, but they treat them like they're the funniest things on earth. And it drives me insane. How many times do I have to hear this stupid canned laughter over and over again? It's not even a big deal, it's just annoying. Then there's the other side of it, the acting. The acting is so bad here. None of the characters really emote that much, and I get it, a lot of them are child actors, and a lot of this falls on the directing and whatnot, but like, good lord. Could you maybe take another shot? Maybe do another cast? I mean, freaking Space Jam 2's got better acting than this, and everything in that sounds like it was done in one take. Great, maybe now I'll have to talk about Space Jam 2. I'd rather talk about that, it's much better. Anyway, in regards to the acting though, main character, the Vivian, her name was, not that good, but not horrible. Roy is very much a bad actor, and it's partially because he's a kid. I understand that, but it sounds like he was not given much direction.
Never got a cake from a sibling before. Sister cake, let's go!
And I know that might be difficult to give direction to a child, but like, hey, you kind of asked for it. You chose to do this in live action. You chose to have a child actor. That was your choice, Butch Hartman. And I have no problem criticizing you for it. Another thing. Yeah, this show's plot is terrible. The stories are incredibly predictable. The humor is the same Butch Hartman brand of humor, where they say one thing, but then guess what? The opposite happens. He said the thing, but something else happened. What, are you kidding? No way. This is revolutionary humor for 1903. Okay, you know what? I can't get around it. This show actively violates the rules. First of all, Timmy is not supposed to be able to keep fairies, so he's 18. I get it. You gotta bend the rules for the show to exist, but I don't understand why Timmy has to have an exception there. It just convolutes things unnecessarily. Why couldn't it just take place with a new set of characters that happen to get Cosmo and Wanda? The plot wouldn't really change. You just wouldn't be able to get all these references to the past show, which, I don't know. All the characters are, they're the same way they were put in Season 10 of Fairly Odd Parents, which is very, very Flanderized. They're all very one note. Cosmo's just an idiot. Wanda's just an Aggie. Jordan is just there to make the stupidest jokes you can think of. Like, there's one part where it's like, oh, sorry, I didn't listen because I was playing a game. And it's like, oh, gee, well, so funny. I'm sorry if I sound a little agitated. Like, I just watched this show, and it's... I have to take back everything I said about Henry Danger. At least Henry Danger was, like, more competently written than this, and that wasn't even a smartly written show. But at least the concept was somewhat fun. It was more original. Like, this is just Fairly Odd Parents, but worse. Even the twist of it being shared between two kids is not unique. They did that later with Chloe, and it sucks back then too. Like, what were you thinking with this? You already know this doesn't work. You've tried it before. Also, just the live action aspect of it really does hurt this show. So there's a part where they wish for the room to be better, and yeah, I guess it gets improved a bit. But if this were animation, you could have really exaggerated how much better the room was. Because, well, that's what animation is best at, exaggeration. You could have really made it seem like the room got fixed. And I get it, you want the film, the show to be live action because it appeals to a wider audience. I understand that. But why not just make a new show, Butch Hartman? Lord. It's another terrible Nickelodeon live action sitcom. It's another one to fill the seats. But, I don't know why this one pisses me off more than the others. Maybe it's because it's an existing franchise that I used to like. Maybe it's because everything is so by the books. It's such a Butch Hartman property. It has every trait of it. The terrible running jokes of, oh, I think I need to go see the ER because I broke my bone. They do that joke multiple times and they never change it. The freaking father dancing joke is done over. It's like, I just cannot believe. And you've seen the end credits. You've seen Crocker. He looks horrible. He's got this weird plotline where like Vicky, an underage girl, likes him, and that's uncomfortable. I don't like that. Does anyone like that? Does anybody like this show? Does anybody like anything Butch Hartman's created lately? Does anybody like Butch Hartman? I feel like no one does. Yeah. I'm getting a lot angrier in this review than I have been in a while. I understand that, and yeah, probably a lot of it's probably not warranted, to be honest. But at the same time, I feel it's somewhat justifiable. When the creator is making the same crap year in, year out, and he's getting enough money to make a streaming platform like Oaxis that never fulfills on it, then I think it's completely in my right to get angry at him and at his properties for being terrible. This isn't even the worst one, to be honest. Bunsen and the Beast was worse, but at least that was trying to be something new. It was a new concept. This is just taking a property that already existed and was already fun and making it significantly worse. But I digress on that aspect, I guess. Oh man, there's just so much crap wrong with this show, and I don't even know where to begin. So with the original Fairly Odd Parents, even season 10, I at least could give it some credit to a certain extent that it was trying to do new stuff with the franchise with Chloe. It was terrible new stuff, but at least it was something new, kind of. They'd already done something similar with Sparky being added, but like it was a new human character that could interact with Timmy. That's not a horrible idea. In certain circumstances, that could actually work quite well. But this one is just that again. But now they add a new gimmick where they have to trade wishes because it extends the plot. So one character doesn't want to make a wish because he doesn't want the other character to wish to go away because he's like unnecessarily clingy to this girl he just met. Before you misconstrue it, they're step siblings at this point. They're not. It's not like clingy over a girlfriend. It's I want a sister. Like, I get it. I get what they're going for. It just does not work on any level, and it's terrible in every way. Yeah, so as you can tell, I did not quite enjoy this. I did quite enjoy recording this review, though. This has been a little bit of a fun one. I don't normally do non-scripted. Even my last one, which was loosely unscripted, I had a game plan written out. This one, I was just kind of me talking on a whim. I wanted to try something new, something unique for the Season 3 finale. But, yeah. So my final thoughts to conclude this are, Butch Hartman, stop making shows. You're bad at it. You've been bad at it for a while now. No one likes what you input. And I know I'm sounding mean, I'm kind of going after the writer here, but when the writer's done the things that Butch Hartman has done, then it's completely justified. And if you don't know what Butch Hartman has done, go look it up for yourself, because I'm not going to get into it here. But let's just say, when the lightest thing he's done is scamming people out of a lot of money for his Oaxis scandal, that's how you know you're dealing with someone who's not a very nice guy. But with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, I'm the Basement Reviewer, and you have a great night.